Talk about taking lemons and making lemonade. Rainworks is rain-activated art, and it's the brainchild and heartchild of Peregrine Church, our special guest today. Peregrine, welcome to Spirit 105.3. What you guys are doing in Seattle is so cool.
It sure is.
First of all, what a cool name, Peregrine.
I'm named after the peregrine falcon. My parents were kind of big bird nerds, so that's how I got this one.
It's just fantastic. How long have you been creating Rainworks?
I came up with the idea back in 2013 and then just started making them, and it kind of got out of hand, actually.
Well, how does it work?
So a rainwork is a piece of street art that only shows up when it rains. So you walk on a sidewalk on a dry day, you see nothing. You come back on a rainy day, and suddenly there's art, like a whale or a beautiful message. And the way it works is there's a couple things that go into it. So first, you know how concrete gets darker when it gets wet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you walk outside, you pour water on the sidewalk, it's going to turn darker. We use a hydrophobic coating called invisible spray, and we spray that onto the concrete through a stencil. Because it's a hydrophobic coating, it's going to make it so that section of the concrete that we spray can no longer turn dark when it gets wet. So we basically use a stencil to selectively waterproof areas, and we take the stencil design away, and the whole thing turns invisible. But the next time it rains, everything turns dark except for where we sprayed, and that contrast is what reveals the rainwork.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome on so many levels. Peregrine, how does this change the mood in Seattle?
Every time I have to explain to someone what I'm spraying on the concrete when I'm out and about making rainwork, their faces light up. And we get so many people saying, that's awesome. I now can't wait for it to rain. And that's our whole mission. That's what makes us feel so good and why we've been doing it for so long, is because it gives people a reason to look forward to rainy days. And obviously in Seattle, it's going to rain, so we might as well do something fun with it.
Can you remember a time when a piece of art has just really kind of bowled somebody over?
Bowled somebody over? I mean, we've made some huge ones before that people have had to stop and stare at, but it's honestly the feedback we get when we're there with them and just seeing the delight on people's faces or noticing their faces when we're not even there publicly. We're just like hanging out nearby and seeing people discover it is just what fills us with so much joy. So just seeing the delight that it brings to people is so motivating.
That's fantastic. Have you ever heard from anybody in the city, like the mayor, anybody who called you or texted you and said, thank you for what you're doing?
I don't know if we've gotten that official yet. I have yet to chat with the mayor. But we have heard from SDOT that what we're doing is legal on public sidewalks because we don't actually advertise anything. We're only out there making these to make people smile. And the fact that they're temporary, they make people smile, means that they're legal. And we've actually worked with SDOT a couple times for a couple installations at like bus stops.
Oh,
And we want to do more with the Seattle Parks Department. So yeah, if you're listening and you work with SDOT or Seattle Parks and you want to make people smile more, reach out to us. Look up Rainworks. We're here.
yes, love it. So Peregrine, what keeps you inspired?
You know, one of the most inspirational stories is one that actually happened when we were making when we made a Kickstarter for this. We had to raise money in order to turn it into a product so that other artists could go out and make their own rainwork. And we were struggling on our Kickstarter, but we had, just because we could, made a $10,000 reward level, and one person bought that and reached out to us and explained why. And they just said that it was the most inspirational project they'd ever seen. It brought tears to my eyes. They came and flew out to us in Seattle just to be able to chat with us more. And they said that they just thought this was so beautiful and had given them like such an overwhelmingly positive feeling that they just had to meet us and support it and loved how it was making the world a more beautiful place. And hearing all that from them just, I mean, it's indescribable.
Wow. Can anybody get involved, Peregrine?
Oh my gosh, anyone can get involved. First off, we're always down to collaborate with artists in Seattle who want to make their own designs. And if you want to just get your own kit, we do have them for sale on our website. Everything you need to get started with your first rainwork. So if you've got like a sidewalk outside your house that you want to put something down to make someone smile, you can. And then if you want to make something to make other people's day better, you can add that to the app. We have an app where you can post the locations of rainworks you made so that other people can go out, have a rainy day adventure, and discover the art that you make that magically appears when it rains.
Oh, he's an artist and a smile maker. Peregrine from Rainworks in Seattle, thank you for being with us and for catching the spirit.
Thank you so much, Eric and Spirit team. It's great to be here.